Well, I think there's a great history for Princeton track and field dating back into the 30s. Bill Bonthron was a world-class miler. They used to have huge meets here in the old stadium. They filled it to capacity. But recently, I would say recently, I mean, since I got here, we've done exceptionally well. I think there's momentum to a program. I think once you start winning, winning becomes a habit, and recruiting is good, and obviously Princeton's a great, great school. So we're able to attract great kids, and we work pretty hard at it. I think recruiting to Princeton is actually pretty easy. It's the #1 school in the country, great alumni network at large, and then we have an unbelievable Friends of Track group. The campus is beautiful, and our track and field facilities are world class. So we have a very experienced coaching staff. Not only myself being here for a long time, Coach Anderson is our sprint coach. He's been a coach for many, many years. He was a legendary high school coach at Princeton High School. Robert Abdullah is one of our volunteers. He was a national class athlete in the hurdles. Jason's a little bit younger. Obviously everybody's a little younger than me, but he is a world-class coach at Texas and at Virginia. He coached many national champions. So, and our other volunteers, Justin Frick was one of my former athletes, and Russell Jenkins, also one of our former athletes. So I think we have a great coaching staff that is very experienced in how to work with athletes, how to bring them along, but more importantly, how to win and instill that in our 67 to 70 man team. There's a lot of team spirit and team unity that guys work with each other, make suggestions. Quite often I'll have a senior guy or even a junior guy come up and say, you know, so-and-so is doing this or is doing that, what do you think? And we'll work together on helping the kid. Team is a very important thing. A lot of people consider track to be an individual sport. We certainly do not. We look at it as a team sport. And I always tell the guys at meetings, and particularly before heptagonal championships, we're competing for the team, not for you. And every point counts, and you're competing for 36 guys. And I think that raises the bar as far as the level of competition, and the guys buy into that.
I was really happy that the first opportunity we were able to contribute to, you know, Molly's first win as the athletics director, that like, hey, you know, we put some points up for her, and that means a lot to me. And then just sitting in the office with Coach Samara, talking about things. That's what gets me excited, is that I'm just a piece of the whole thing. The team is a part of the whole, you know, and I've said this to the guys all the time, represent your school, do it for Princeton, because that's what you're gonna remember more than anything. You're gonna remember contributing to the team effort way more than the individual effort. You would trade a team title for an individual title every single opportunity. And so we're just a small, you know, visible portion of the iceberg. You know, what's underneath and what supports us and what allows us to do what we do.
I do all the field events, plus I help out where I can with the running events, the hurdles. I do leave the distance to our coach, who is now Jason Vigilante. But I put my 2 cents in if I think there needs to be something done, or to pat a guy on the back, or even kick him in the butt if necessary. We do certain things on certain days, and it seems to work. The one thing I try to do is make the athletes self-reliant on what they're doing. And I teach them what I want them to do technically and how to compete, and the mental process that goes with that. And we go from there. My job as a coach, really, once the kids get older, particularly in their senior year, is not to coach, because I hope they know how to compete, they know how to win. I want to be more of an advisor, where we have an athlete-coach, coach-athlete relationship. And I think that's how you get athletes to succeed, is they feel comfortable in what to do and how to perform. We want to keep winning, have championships, and I'd like to have guys go to the nationals and For me, the great thing is what's on this wall here. It's all the experiences, the ups and the downs, and the hardship, the successes, the heartbreaks that go with coaching. And I think the most rewarding thing is to see what these guys do when they go on in their later lives.
Paulino for Cornell. Just 2 out of the 4 in this second heat. And Carrington Acosta ran a best 21.97 yesterday. Time to beat is 21.95 from the earlier heat. And Carrington Acosta and a close finish. And Caldwell and Harris right there at the line.
And it looks like Gowan's making a move as well on the outside. Here he goes.
Gowans from Princeton. Excuse me, from Cornell. That's actually Garrett O'Toole of Princeton trying to make a run at Napolitano. Well, it didn't happen this way on the indoor track and field championship. We kind of knew before the final couple events occurred. This is Sorens making a bit of a push, trying to take first and maybe take home the overall decathlon. And the way Princeton is celebrating, you have to think that they know something. As Princeton is celebrating here what looks to be an outdoor track and field championship.
Tigers in the distance medley relay were Tigers. Congratulations to them. What a kick by Peter Callahan.